Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to our Good Friday reflection for this year of 2020. I'm going to share with you a story as part of our reflection today. It is said that on the evening of June the 18th, 1815, a man stood in the tower of England's Winchester Cathedral, gazing anxiously out to sea. And at last he found what he was looking for, a ship sending a signal by use of lights. He strained to see the message. All of England held its breath, wanting to know the outcome of the war between their military leader, the Duke of Wellington, and the French leader, Napoleon Bonaparte. Bonaparte, who had once ruled all of Europe bar England, remained a threat, and now the decisive Battle of Waterloo had been fought. So as this man stood in the tower of the Winchester Cathedral, our man waited to relay the news that would determine England's future. The signal came just as a heavy fog was rolling in. It only just got through, but how he wished it hadn't. For the signal read, Wellington defeated. The man signalled to the other stations, and the news spread across the countryside, bringing great gloom and sadness. But then a great reversal. The fog lifted, and the message was sent again. This time in full, Wellington defeated the enemy. Joy, happiness, Wellington had won. On Good Friday, it seems to many the message is received just as the fog is drifting in. Christ defeated. Only part of the message is heard, but we gather in hope today because we know the end of the story. For those who don't understand what we do today, maybe the message has not been received in full. And while we know the end of the story, it is good for us to feel that sense of loss. It is good for us to sense that pain that the disciples experienced. Today is a time for us to reflect on what they must have gone through, on that pain, on that sense of loss. But we're also always conscious of the resurrection. Christ defeated the enemy. Today is a quiet day, a time for us to reflect on maybe the fog that is covering our lives at the moment throughout the world. We wonder, when will the fog lift? And when it does, will we be a people more focused on our faith in Christ, whom we remember today as the one who saves us? Are we going to continue, like so many people, focusing on the death of Jesus and always seeing maybe the negative? Or are we going to acknowledge the full message of Easter time? And are we going to be a people renewed by joy and hope in the Christ who defeated the enemy, in the Christ who gives us life?